G'day, Frederic. How are you?
Hello, Ricardo. I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good.
Just know it's called the Metal Bar, so I was expecting to have free drinks. That's all.
It's always free drinks whenever you come to New Zealand, Frederic. Always.
It's next week.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you
I know.
better start.
I'm
You
s-
better start finding them up.
I'm
So that's
saving
good.
money. I've got a bank account especially.
All right. Perfect. Brilliant.
Now, Frederic, obviously, there's a member of your band, Sam, who is from New Zealand. What's he told you about New Zealand? I mean, has he told you lots of stories? Is there something that you're looking forward to doing or seeing, or something you're going, shit, I don't want to do that?
Okay, he told me stuff about sheep that I don't want to do. No, no, he doesn't. It's he never said really much. It was more about stories with his friends that I really don't want to do, like horrible drunken stories. Apart from that, he's always like, people go on about Lord of the Rings all the time. So I know that I shall not mention it, but I'm personally looking forward to play. So, but which one is it? Is it Wellington where Steve Jackson Studios are?
Yeah,
Right
Peter
in
Jackson
Wellington.
Studios. Yeah,
Peter
Weta.
Jackson. Did I say Steve Jackson?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
yeah.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. So I just want to walk around and because last time we played in New Zealand, I actually had virtually no time to walk around. I just saw it from the plane, just like, oh, it looks beautiful, and that's about it. Then we got there, did the sound check, went back to the hotel, slept, and then gig, and then off the next day. So I'm just looking forward to walk around and look at the beautiful countryside and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's going to be great to have you guys here. It's been too long. Obviously, you're going to be touring Maximum Overload. So, how's the set going to look? How much of Maximum Overload are we going to hear, and how much is going to be, the back catalogue?
Well, I mean, there's nothing very original here, but we're going to try to do a 50-50. If
Hmm.
that was just for me, I would only play stuff from the new album because I'm really happy with it, and we all are, and it's just like, it's very refreshing for us, obviously, to perform new songs, and the reaction of the crowd when we did it in Europe has been great. It's almost better on the new songs than the old ones. So that's that, but you also need like the crowd pleasers, and after 6 albums, obviously we have like a back catalog. We need to. It's not that easy to pick the songs, but that's what we do. So we take like some old-time favorites, maybe one or two that we haven't played in a long time, and then new stuff from the new album that hopefully people will enjoy. So that's what you can expect.
Oh, so you got a new drummer this album too, G. Anzalone. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, G.
Yeah, Anzalone.
Anzalone. I've been in America recently, and over there's people with a Pintabone as a surname, but you're like, no, it's Pinnabone. What are you talking about? What's the A? So it's it's different wherever you go. But G's new drummer. And how's G fit into the band? How's the playing that G brings to the band maybe change things from Maximum Overload to previous?
He doesn't play on the album. On the album, it's still Dave,
Right.
the former drummer who's been recording. And then he left after. He was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do those intense touring cycles, and I want to do something a bit more mellow. So he's been recording some prog not so long ago, and we're still in touch, So there's no bad blood, whatnot. And we knew G from a video he's done on the internet, like doing a cover of one of our songs. And I remember seeing that video, just like showing it to Sam, just like, wow, check it out, that dude is good. And then we met up in some festivals in Europe a few times, just like, hey, gee, yeah, I've seen your video, blah, blah. Someday we should play together, because, I've got some other projects, and I thought, that guy is good. So, and he also met Dave, and he was just like, he knew the band before, and when Dave said, I've had enough, I wanna quit, we said, okay, cool, so do you have any recommendation? Because I thought about G straight away, and Dave mentioned his name as well, so that was very smooth like that. We did an audition, we looked at each other with Sam, just like, yeah, he's the one. And he's got like a very he's bringing that sort of Latin. Maybe Dave was a bit too strict. It was very good, very tight,
Mm.
and so is G. But maybe he's got that more laid-back kind of Latin. Well, Latin as in like Italian,
Yeah.
But what I mean, but yeah, Latin.
It's the difference
Like
between
a
having.
hot-blooded person that goes like this
Yeah.
with the hand, and so maybe he's got that, and it's great. And we're still learning. We've been playing together for like 6 months, and he's been great, and we're still like developing this side of the rhythm section. So So it's been good so far, and I think he's happy to be with us, and we're definitely happy to be with him.
That's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to seeing him play down here with you, Frederica. Now, how much of a student? I know you guys are renowned for having great sense of humour. How much of a student are you of English comedies from the 1980s?
The 1990s, not so much. I don't think so. I do like the Monty Pythons and Fawlty Towers.
Yeah.
That's more like the 70s.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was watching Benny Hill because it was just like on TV. Because
I know
I'm
it,
French,
lots of girls.
So we had that on TV, but it's not amazing. It's fun. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
And then in the 90s, I don't think I've watched anything. I know I like Black Books. And I like the Office, Ricky Gervais. Black Books is with what's his name? Well, their name.
Oh yes, Dylan Moran and Bill Bailey.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that, and that's that. But I also like American. I like Will Ferrell. I think he's extremely funny. I like his movies. I like some French dudes, but I guess I don't know if you guys know any, but that's that. And I don't understand German humor. I've tried.
I don't think the Germans have it, do they?
So that's that. But I try to enjoy any kind of humor, like a Japanese sense of humor. I like it. I like the completely twisted like sort of stuff. So.
Well, the reason I asked is because there used to be a show. It was more in the 80s, I think. And it was called Allo Allo, and it was set in France during the Second World War, about this resistance guy that ran a cafe and had to keep the Nazis happy at the same time as running the resistance. But his offsider, one of the offsiders in this, who was the local, I think he was that ran the funeral parlor. His name was Leclercq, and I thought maybe you related.
Yeah, you know what? When I was working in Germany, I used to work there, and I was in a European Business Center, and everybody was mentioning it, and it was like, oh, hello, Leclerc, and I was like, what are you guys on about? What is it? And then they mentioned that TV show, and I did watch one episode, and I didn't find it that funny actually. I was hoping, because everybody was talking about it, so they just like raised the bar so high that I was expecting to be like like down on my knees after 5 seconds, and I was just like, it's okay, but I give it another try. But there's someone called Leclerc in there, and by the way, it has to be pronounced Leclerc and not the k at the end.
Leclerc.
So, yeah.
Ah, right.
Leclerc,
okay.
exactly.
Leclerc.
Like Heather Leclerc.
Okay, I've got it. Yeah, she's hot. You're schooling me left, right, and centre here, so that's good. I think maybe the reason that English-speaking people found it funny is because of the comedy French accents, and to you probably don't hear it.
I don't really hear it because that this is how I speak. I guess people find it funny, and I know that the women, they find it sexy. Sometimes I overdo my French accent when I try to be charmant. I'm just like, oh yes, how do you say that in English? And then it works, but most of the time I try to hide my French accent. Or at least I tried when I was younger, because I didn't think it was very good. But nowadays, sometimes I think it's a good idea to speak with a French accent. So I don't know if there are, you tell me if you like it or not.
It's very convincing. I think you're from France.
I've been to France many times.
Frederic,
this is why, yeah.
I was just going to say, I'll ask you. I'm running out of time here, but I've just got to ask you 5 quick questions, if you like. Okay, so first one is, what was the first record that you heard that made you want to play heavy metal?
It was Manowar, Kings of Metal.
And who played it to you? Where did you hear it?
A friend of mine gave me the tape of his brother. He was just like, my brother is listening to this. And I put the first song, which is Wheels of Fire. And I was just like, what the hell? It was like, I just felt like, I never heard that before, and I thought it was amazing. So that's definitely like that first song, first album on the tape from a friend.
Nice. Okay, well, what's your poison these days? What are you drinking if I'm taking you to the metal bar?
It's got to be a cocktail. I need to make sure that I had my pills before, because I have acid reflux, chronic acid reflux, because I've been drinking too much. If you take me to a bar, I would go for something refreshing, I guess. So I go for a gin fizz, and I love Bloody Mary. So actually, if you're buying anyway, just get me a gin fizz or a Bloody Mary.
Okay, one in each hand, then you balanced. Okay, question number 3. Who has the most disgusting touring habit? What is the most disgusting habit you've seen of anybody you've toured with, and who was it?
Sam eats his, what's the word, boogies?
Boogers.
Nose.
Yeah.
Yep, he does that. That's pretty disgusting. Well, I don't know, the fact that, I mean, you know, when you tour with dudes and there's no more privacy in terms of body odor or like toilet smell. So it's just like everybody's just like sort of disgusting after a little while. Just like smelling each other, smelling the farts and whatnot. I have no brothers or sisters. I love to be like calm on my own. So actually, it's a struggle to be on tour because you wake up, you want to hear like the birds like pew 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 pew, and you hear someone farting from his bung like. That's pretty horrible. So everything is horrible.
It's like a flock. You got a flock of geese in the bus instead of birds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, the sexy French accent, you gets a lot of ladies, so this I'm picking is going to be a good story. The weirdest or strangest fan encounter you've had?
There was one girl that wanted to kill us. She sent us like sort of death threat letter, like from a venue. She was like, okay, we received that, and that girl was like, blah, blah, blah. She pretended that her ex-singer tried to rape her or something. We're just like, what the hell is she on about? And then she disappeared, and then she wrote again, and she said she was like in a mental asylum trapped in England. But she managed somehow to get on internet, and just like crazy stories like that. So that was like strange, and it was like extremely scary. And I don't know what she's doing nowadays, but I remember that we saw a picture of her somehow, and I remember meeting that girl afterwards that I knew, and I was just like, hold on a second, is that her? I was not even sure, so I was like really scared. But nevertheless, I had sex with that girl. I mean, the second one, not the crazy one, the other one, just to make sure if that was her or not.
Just to make sure.
I think.
Sure. It's very humanitarian of you. And finally,
yeah, exactly.
Finally, Frederic, if a kid comes up to you today and says to you, Frederic, what's heavy metal? And you can just give him one album to explain it. What album do you give him?
What's heavy metal? One album. Well, I'd like to believe that I got lucky, so I would probably give him the same thing. I would give him Manowar, Kings of Metal, and to pass on the legacy. Just like that's what got me into it. You might like it or not. It has a bit of everything there. The voice is powerful. Obviously I could give him like Maximum Overload, but that would be like very pretentious. So I would just like give him like what got me into heavy metal in the first place. So yeah, Manowar, Kings of Metal.
Frederic Leclercq, you, sir, are a true gentleman. We look forward to seeing you down here. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for the interview, and remember to buy me a few drinks.
No worries. Gin Fizz, Bloody Mary coming your way.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.